Om Shanti and a very warm welcome to our show, Ek Mulaqat. We have with us in our studio today a very special guest from Manipur, Dr. Jamini Devi. Dr. Devi, she's a writer, and not only that, she's a social activist, a cultural activist. She's a teacher and an educationist. So let us talk to her today and find out her journey that led her to our studio in Brahma Kumaris. Welcome to our show, Dr. Jamini Devi.
Thank you.
Dr. Devi, I'd like to start with the peace treaty. You have signed a peace treaty in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA in the year 2000.
Yes.
So could you please tell us a little bit, what was that experience like?
Wonderful experience. You know, I am a peace worker, lover of peace, and I'm a member of URI.
URI means?
URI means United Religions Initiative.
Okay.
It's headquartered in San Francisco.
Okay.
We have got a Manipuri chapter in Manipur, Damodar Swami, T.D. Singh. He just brought that chapter in Manipur, and I am a member of it.
Was that brought into the U.S. recently?
No, long back, before 2000. And we had meetings, we have discussed these programs of this. And I was invited there. I was a lady alone there in that member.
Oh.
I got this invitation. And I go myself from Manipur. And I do not know anybody from India also.
Okay.
From Manipur, I went to New York first, and after landing it again to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And there, 360 nations are there.
So the peace treaty was signed by 360 different nations, and you represented Manipur.
Manipur.
Okay.
Not only I, Dr. Damodar Swami, this Dr. T.D. Singh, he is the leader, but he came. He is going to pilgrimage to different places from Canada. He came from Canada. I go to Manipur, and we were there, and we signed a treaty. Many interesting programs are there. Religious discussions are also there. At the same time, cultural programs are, and the meditation sessions are there. What I find is that in every religion, in every community, the uniting point is meditation.
Yes.
And some Brahma Kumari sisters are with me there. Sai Baba groups are also there.
Okay.
The Buddhists are also there. The Vaishnavites are also there. All come together in the morning. There is session. Every day we join there, those who are willing to join to meditation. And it is a wonderful experience.
I am so glad you mentioned about that, and we are happy that you were part of that peace treaty, because here at Brahma Kumaris, our whole focus is on peace, inner peace and bringing peace into the world.
Yes.
So that must have been a very interesting experience for you nonetheless. It was also good to know that a lot of different cultures, a lot of different countries were represented at that meeting.
Different cultures. Then there, not only this prominent one also, the indigenous people, indigenous religions are coming from Canada, from other nations.
Okay.
They are given a prominence there.
Okay.
Each culture has got its own space there. And in the meditation session, it depends on how they are just giving their these meditation sessions. As for example, Raj Yoga sessions is quite different from what the Buddhists are doing.
That's right.
So every day, one leader from a group, they just do as these Dadijis are just giving the instructions accordingly. Here I find that we have to open our eyes, and there in some of the religious medicines of different communities.
That's right.
And they administer whatever they administer. We just follow it. It is a wonderful experience for me.
Did you have to go individually to each house to convince their parents, or did you hold meetings or how did that go?
I do both.
Okay.
And when I have to go with the students outside Manipur, they have to take part in the tournaments. Parents did not allow them to go. By that time, I used to go to the house to convince the parents. But besides that, I used to write in the newspaper. I am a columnist also there. And women's issues, I'm very much interested. I took up so many causes for the women folk, sometimes become an activist when some injustice is to them. I just came out and give voice to that.
Oh,
I write it.
How
And
nice.
not only that, I wrote some books on that. Again, after that, I switch on writing these short stories.
Okay.
Again, the poems like that, and some of my short stories are translated in English, and it is included in the textbook of the school, NCERT. And some of my books are translated in Hindi, and it reached to the South, Malayalam. It is
how nice.
This thing like that. And after that, I love traveling very much. So I travel some of the places. And you said that a cultural activist. I write some books on culture, especially in Manipur. I would like to say something about Manipur.
Definitely. We would love to hear about it because when you say cultural activist, are you referring to the culture of Manipur that you bring in front of the people? Because many people are not aware, like where Manipur is or what is the culture and what kind of dressing they have and their lifestyle. So if you could please talk a little bit about that.
That is very, very interesting, Swati. You see, Manipur, when I have come here to join in the conference organized by this Brahma Kumaris. Now, many people ask, when we wear our dress, this is called fanek and this is the traditional dress, and ask so many, very curiously. At the same time, many people do not know about Manipur. I must tell you that Manipur is guarding India in the easternmost corner of India, and we have come to the westernmost corner here. And Manipur has got a history of 2000 years. It has got a rich cultural heritage and world famous Ras dance like Harauba dance. It is very, very famous nation, so to say. It has got this so many warriors fighting because Manipur, it is very beautiful, even though we don't have big buildings, flora and fauna, and it is very rich, culture is very rich, and the outsiders invade very much there. And to protect it, our youths are trained in fighting. If you see the sword fighting in the cultural program, how beautiful it will be.
Right.
And like this, we have got our culture. And it is not known by others outside. So I try to focus some of this. And we have got our traditional religion called Sanamahi religion. Afterwards, course of time, one of our king embraced Vaishnavism.
Oh, really?
Really?
I had no idea that the Vaishnava religion was
Vaishnava religion. And I put this chandan on the forehead to show that.
Is that what it is? Okay, because I was actually going to ask you.
Yeah.
I have seen here in the south where, the Vaishnavites will have this. So I wanted to ask you what the significance is and what this means to you as, someone who lives in Manipur.
Yes, the Gaudiya Vaishnavite tradition, it has got a long history. I have written about it, how changes are there, but I'm putting it here because it is symbol of Vaishnavism. They may not use it, but after taking bath, before doing puja, and we put this thing. But Manipuris are very artistic. I know that the Iyengar from the south, they also use this thing in this way, and some people use in this. But in Manipur, it is very, very artistic. We put like this. It has got meanings, but I won't go deep into that. But it is, I belong to that culture. This is the thing. And many things about our culture development changed from one religion to another, and in which year, like that. I have written some books on that, and afterwards, I have written more than 10 travelogues.
Okay.
I visited countries, so to say. I had been to Myanmar, visited some of these things. Many pagodas are there, the worships are there. And in the history, you know, there was fighting against the Burmese and the India, and some are captured. Some of our relatives are settled there. I want to know what they are doing. And I carry a troop of the cultural troop that we call Raseshwari Pala during the reign of Rajashri Bhagat Chandra, a king who introduced the Ras dance, you see. And this, we take that troop, stays the Sankirtana Pala, and at the same time we learn something, some cultural exchange programs are there. And like that, we went to Bangladesh. There also some Manipuris are settled there. We want to know how they are living there. And there is interaction, and I try to highlight this thing. Recently, we went to Nepal.
Will the culture be the same? Like Manipuris who live in a different country, will that be a same kind of culture, or will there be any cultural differences?
Yes, they are doing it, but so much changes are there in Myanmar, that is in Burma. Even though we put chadar like this, but they don't use it only these blouses and the mode of this thing also, and they are not able to speak Manipuri. So much change in course of time. They maintain the tradition, they worship it. Even then, it is a pity that they have not be able to preserve the culture. So to motivate it, I took some programs and motivate them and try to do something.
Were they receptive to your...
Very much. Very much. I loved them. When we parted, they cried. That's so much love.
So there was that instant connection.
Still, it is there. And like that in the this Bangladesh also. They are keeping tradition very nicely at Bangladesh. And some of the places that in America also, I met some of the USA, this when I visited for that signing peace, some Manipuris are there. They called me to dine with them there. And again to Nepal also, we have visited recently, bringing that troop there. And we hold some seminars, conferences, and we invited some of the persons of that place. Recently, we went to Navadip and Murshidabad, where our king died there, and we call some of the eminent scholars there. There is interaction, how things are going on. So far, the religion practices are there, and we go to some of the places, see like this. It is a cultural exchange, cultural integration. So in my own way, I tried to do something. I was a teacher by profession. I mixed with the youths as a teacher of physical education and sports. I teach them throwing, jumping, gymnastics like that. After when I have married, I changed my profession to teaching. And I just associate with the girl student. That is the Ghanapriya Women's College. In that I was the reader, head of Department of Education for many years. After that, I go to a co-educational college as the principal of that. So in different capacities, I associate with the students.
Yes, I can see that you have a wide array of experience. I mean, from being a cultural activist to a social worker, teacher, writer, educationist, physical education. I mean, it is very impressive. And what you mentioned a few minutes ago was part of your cultural activist, where you go to different countries and you bring the essence of the Manipuri culture to them. As a social activist, one thing you mentioned earlier was you took up women issues. So we would like to know exactly what were the problems, in addition to the sports that you mentioned, in addition to that, what were the problems that women from Manipur faced, which you took up as an activist?
Present, the women of Manipur suffer a lot because even though Manipur is very good, sports activities are there. Our children, they went to Olympic Games, bringing laurels for the country. For India, a small state, very few people. Out of that, so many boys and girls represent India. Not only in national and international sports, but to Olympic Games. You might have heard about the Mary Kom.
Definitely.
And
yes.
like this, so many, these things. Women are very talented. There is insurgency in the state.
Okay.
I don't go deep into the causes, how make this, the youths took up arms to change the revolution that the scholars let them find. And in order to subdue, Armed Forces Special Power Act is imposed in the state for the last 20 years. And you can't imagine that here, I find that I came to attend this conference. More than 1,000 people came here, and there is no police, no security forces. Om Shanti, everywhere was silent.
Could we talk a little bit about your experience here at Brahma Kumaris? I mean, what was
I shall do that. Before that, many innocent persons are killed in Manipur. Many are left as widows. Many are left as orphans. This is the condition. Youth suffer, the common men suffer, even though fighting may be going on with the insurgents and the army people. So under that Armed Forces Special Power Act, the ladies are suffering, women are suffering, they are hard working, but they, after 7 o'clock, nobody will come out of the house. When I come here, because it is easternmost, and the sun rises in the morning at 5.
That's right.
Here at 7.
Right.
And at 5, there is sunset and darkness. Here at 7, it is still bright. Differences are there.
Yes.
And women folk cannot come out of it, and all the shops are closed. This is the condition. That's why you asked that question. I have come here in search of peace. That the theme is so beautiful. I have got this invitation from the Brahma Kumari chapter from Calcutta. One Singh Bhai invited me. When I got it, I am very happy. The God's wisdom for
world transformation.
World transformation. Here must be a clue to find some solution of our problems there. That's why, at my age, from that distance, I have come here. And you ask me my questions there. Yes, I have got a wonderful experience here. Brahma Kumaris here, the stories, and I have read some books also. I have this thing, met some of the daddies also. I attended the meditation courses and others. I learned a lot that, yes, God is there to do something, some change for transformation that I find at Shantivan. Wherever I visit, perfect silence, beautiful, uniqueness, all the departments, Lekhraji, the Baba, and there is inspirations, Janaki, Dadi, and many others are taking up. Here is women's empowerment.
That's right.
Everything by the women folk. Even speech making, even this thing. This is a thing to learn, and I experience it. I'll give back. Swati, I must tell you that I tried to do something also. After my retirement, I was again given an assignment as the chairperson of Manipur State Commission for Women.
Okay.
And you know, in Manipur, there are more than 36 these ethnic groups.
Mm-hmm.
Our this geographical condition is in the middle. There is the valley, 10% of that one, and it is surrounded by hills. The tribes are settling there, and we used to live in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, there is some change there, and tussles are going on. I like to calm down, and after my retirement, I set up an ashram where I'm staying there.
So you have set up an ashram already?
Already.
Okay.
And I try to do something at the same time for the youth.
Mm-hmm.
But it is very difficult. Here, a big source of income is there by I was a teacher. From the pension, I cannot do much, but at least I'm doing it. I do religious discourses, calling them scholars there. And the youths, I call it, women folk, I call it, but only old people come, they don't come. I want to know a mantra from this. How can I bring those people? Because women are very busy in earning.
Yes.
And youths, they go for studies outside. We say so much that come, there will be peace, there will be Raj Yoga, but in practice, I cannot bring many persons there. So occasionally I just organize seminars, conferences, then the publication of by books, calling them, and some programs, self-help groups like that for the women folk. I just give training in the weaving, in the embroidery, and in some of the trades. I don't know how many are benefited like this in a humble way. I go from place to place to learn something, how to bring peace and how to give empowerment. If Armed Forces Special Power Act is withdrawn, then at least I believe that there will be some peace.
A wonderful experience to have you with us in our studio today. We have learned so much from you in terms of your activities, and we can see that yearning for peace that you have in your heart that brought you here to the Brahma Kumaris organization. And I hope you have been able to take back a lot with you. And we wish you all the best in all your endeavors. Your ashram, I hope it's a big success, and I hope spread the message of peace to everyone that you come in contact with. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much, Swati. I invite you to come to Manipur and see what's going on. A very beautiful place, full youth, full of vigor, and women folk. But they are suffering at the moment, and a small light, I'm kindling it, I'm taking the message of peace from Brahma Kumaris there. God will transform
Definitely.
Peace prevail art. It
Definitely.
is my humble
Definitely.
prayer.
Thank you. I hope you have enjoyed this interview as much as I have. We have had this very dynamic personality in our studio today, Dr. Devi. And she comes with a peace message. She signed a peace treaty in the U.S. in the year 2000. And we wish her all the best because ultimately peace is what we're all looking for. And peace is what we find at Brahma Kumaris. So she came here looking for peace, and she has said that she is going to take the light back with her and spread it in Manipur. We wish her all the best. Thank you for watching us.